Hey guys, Zybak here, and this is going to be a dueling video against Arms Warriors. And I'm not just dueling any Arms Warrior, I'm dueling the one and only Swifty. And here's a few tips you want to keep in mind when you're dueling an Arms Warrior. The first tip is to run like the wind. You definitely want to use your movement speed to your advantage because you do run faster than Arms Warriors considerably, and you definitely want to use that to your advantage because if you go head to head with the Warrior, you're going to lose. The next tip is to reset and heal up a lot. You definitely want to use your heal over time spells that are instant cast that you can do on the move. You can do them while you're out of line of sight, while you're kiting the Warrior, but you just definitely want to take advantage of those. This next tip is very important and a lot of people overlook, and it's denying the charge. When Warriors charge, they're very dangerous. They're going to get you in a stun, they're going to get rage, and they're going to have a higher chance to crit. So if you can try your hardest not to get charged or just try to bug out their charge and make them waste it, so to speak, then you're definitely going to be at an advantage. There's many different ways you can avoid a charge, whether it's cycloning him, staying out of his line of sight, or just staying next to him. Using Bark Skin on the throwdown is also going to put you in an advantage because Warriors are going to try to do a ton of damage when they throw you down because you're very vulnerable, but you can't dodge, and you definitely want to use your Bark Skin at this moment. The Warrior is the most dangerous when he's got you thrown down since you can't move, and there's a really good chance he can get an improved hamstring on you while you're in that, so you just definitely want to take the least amount of damage you can in throwdown. And the next tip is to use Shadow Meld and Feral Charge very creatively. Now, you might be kind of questioning what you can do with these abilities, but I'm going to show you a couple examples. Right here I'm at really low health, and I'm probably going to lose the duel, but I pull off a really clutch move with Feral Charge Cat and get away from Swifty.
Whoa, damn, that was awesome, dude. How'd you run that way?
I Feral Charged your Heroic Leap.
Damn.
Here's another clutch move you can pull off, except this time it's with Shadow Meld. I'm in a really bad spot right here, and I'm trying to run away from my life, but Swifty's got Heroic Leap and Charge up, but I'm going to Shadow Meld the Charge right here, and I'm going to be able to pounce him out of that Shadow Meld with my Shadow Meld Pounce macro, and I'm able to run away.
Oh, man! The Shadow Meld!
Oh, dude, that was
Faster.
fucking gnarly, dude. That was clutch as it gets. I don't think it gets any more clutch than that.
No, it's not. That's not even fair.
And here's how you can screw over someone's charge. I see him blade storming right here, and I know he's going to charge me out of that, so I'm just going to wait for it and cyclone him as soon as he comes out of the blade storm. Yes!
Oh. Oh! Oh!
I timed that on purpose, dude.
Damn it! You won. Fuck.
And here's another example of how you can deny a charge with cyclone.
Too new for this.
Ah! Damn it! Oh, fuck! Oh, you do it mid-charge?
Yeah. Up next is a perfect example of why you shouldn't toe-to-toe a Warrior. I get Swifty down to 8,000 health in this duel, and I'm at pretty much full HP, but he ends up coming back from it just because I'm fighting his game. I'm fighting him head-on, and Warriors definitely have the advantage head-on. Here he pops Retail, and I'm not actually hitting into this Retail since I have him maimed and I'm shredding, and since I'm behind him with Shred, it's not going to do Retail to me. I get into 8,000 health, and he's able to Heroic Leap away from me and charge me, and he's going to drop me down in this charge. So he came back from a duel with 8,000 health when I was at full. Dude, he's serious. Now that you got those tips down, I'm going to show you guys a duel. So I'm going to open up on him and try to get my bleeds up as soon as possible. He's going to fear me because he knows I have to trinket it or he's going to get a charge on me and do a ton of damage to me. So he's going to put me into a full throwdown, and sometimes he does a lot more damage than other times in the throwdown. This is one of those times he does a shitload of damage in the throwdown. So here I do a 5-point rip on him, and I'm going to deny him this charge. And if I didn't do that, I definitely would have died. I would have lost the duel right then and there. But I do get the Cyclone off before he can charge me. And I'm going to heal up, go around the corner, and just kind of get my feet back on the ground. And he's going to be able to eat up a little bit too, but he's blown a lot of cooldowns. He blew Recklessness and a bunch of other things throw down. Since those big cooldowns are down, he's a lot more easy to deal with, and the damage is way, way less. So I'm just going to be patient, heal it up, and go back in. He was also able to heal up, but him not having those cooldowns puts him in a big disadvantage. And now I'm just going to reopen and pretty much do the same thing I did at the beginning of the duel, but the damage is going to be way more manageable this time. And really what I'm going for here is just to get a 5-point rip and a rake up along with Mangle and just take advantage of my heavy bleed damage. And he pops Retail right here, so I'm definitely just going to get away from that. I'm going to Cyclone that and try to screw over his charge right there, but he doesn't end up charging. But I am able to get away, heal up a little bit, and reset again. So now he's taking damage from those damage over time spells. I'm going to be able to get another reopener on him. and he's really blowing through all his cooldowns, and I'm just going to continue just to reset and just play it really, really defensively until he uses all his cooldowns. And at this point, he really doesn't have any cooldowns left. He's pretty worn out. I got Bark Skin up right here for the improved hamstring, so he's not going to be doing too much damage to me there. And I do let him get a charge on me, which was kind of stupid, but at this point, he's just totally worn down, and I'm able to get the win. Even though I did win most of my duels against Swifty, there were a couple of duels where I made a ton of mistakes, and this is definitely one of them. So I'm able to get the opener okay, but the big mistake is coming, and that's that I do not trinket this fear. He trinkets the pounce, he fears me, I don't trinket it, he's able to get a charge off with all his cooldowns, so he's going to be doing a ton of damage to me right here. I was saving my trinket and bark skin for throwdown, but he ends up not even having to do it. And here's where shit really hits the fan. I go to instant Cyclone to peel him off me, but he Blade Storms at the exact same moment, so his Blade Storm takes priority over Cyclone, and he kills me for it. And this is a really good example of why you shouldn't just rely on Roots and Cyclone for your survivability, because he can definitely screw you over with a Blade Storm on both of those. Now this next tool doesn't really show off skill on either one of our parts, but it just goes to show you that the RNG gods can love you sometimes, and we were dueling for about 8 hours, and this only happened one time, but check out this damage Swifty does. I have Bark Skin up in this throwdown, but this this damage is just so funny. And again, this only happened one time, but I just thought it was funny, so I decided I would include it just to see how fast I get dropped right there. Now this next duel shows some creativity from both of our parts, so I figure I'd show this one as well. So I'm going to get the pounce, he's going to trinket it, he's going to fear me. As usual, that's typically what happens in all these duels. He gets me in a throwdown, but this one isn't a RNG god throwdown, it's actually manageable, so I'm able to get away with a decent amount of health, so I'm going to be looking to deny the charge. I'm going to 5-point Savage Roar and Cyclone him out of that, so he's not able to get a charge. So a lot of people wouldn't use Savage Roar right there to get a Cyclone proc, but it's definitely worth it right there. I'm able to get the re-stealth and get a pounce on him. I get a little bit too cocky right here, and it bites me in the ass. I'm going to try to bait his charge and break it with the Cyclone, like I usually do, but I time it wrong, so I pretty much give him a free charge, which was a terrible idea. So I'm going to have to Nature's Grasp right here, but Swifty pulls off a pretty good move here. He Spell Reflects, and then Heroic throws me, so it ends up rooting me in place. So that's definitely a good warrior tactic, but unfortunately for Swifty, he's pretty much worn out, and I'm able to finish him off. And that'll do it for this video. If you like this video, be sure to thumb it up and favorite it. I greatly appreciate it. Be sure to check out Swifty's channel at youtube.com/JohnsJew for his point of view in the duels. Also, be sure to check out my YouTube channel at youtube.com/ZybakTV to see more duels that didn't make it in this video. And lastly, I want to know which class you guys think is the most overpowered for dueling. I know the game isn't balanced around duels, but I'd still like to know your opinion on it. And that'll do it for this video. I'll see you guys next time.
No! No! Zybak, no!